Hey everyone, this is a follow-up video from the last one we done. It's the Range Rover L494 headlamp repair. Now, a new lamp for this car would be £2,000 and we've used U-Pol's headlamp repair kit for 29 quid. So let's see how this one turns out.
Here we go then. This is a repair on a Range Rover L494 headlamp. You see there's a scratch there that was highlighted in the yellow marker. And to start with, I'm just going to give it a really good clean, just before we get sanding. I need to see what I'm doing here. We have to remove the UV coating that's on it currently, that they come with from the factory. And then we're going to sand that right back, and then we're going to reapply a UV protective lacquer over the top. I see a few guys doing these videos at the minute, and I've done a couple before, but I was quite surprised with this kit. Like I say, it was £29 or something like that. U-Pol do a great kit for this, and considering a new lamp was £2,000, we thought we'd give it a try before we have to splash out on a new light. So as you'll see here, I'm using a 320 grit on the DA, trying to keep it as flat as possible, but obviously the shape of the headlight, you are going to have it on the edge sometimes. I'm just using the degreaser there to go over where the scratch is and double check that I am getting the scratch out. If there's no point carrying on trying to remove the UV protection. You'll see there where it's going lighter and there's darker areas. The lighter area is where the UV protection is coming off, so I'm just going to blast this with the 320 until that is fully removed. Hence why we've speeded it up, because you might not want to watch me in real time doing this. It took a wee while, but the end result was amazing, so we're really happy with how it came out. You'll just see here, every man and his dog was coming over to have a look at this. But like I say, for a £2,000 lamp, to repair it for £30, awesome. You see I'm still using the 320 just to get that final bit of UV protection off from the factory. I think there's a little bit up on the other side there. But this is one of the reasons I've had in the comments recently that I don't show enough of the prep and stuff. There's a lot of cars in the workshop that we're not allowed to show regs. I'm sure I should probably get permission of anybody like Phil here, getting them on camera. I don't know if we have to have a disclaimer to have them on camera and stuff like that. So I'm grateful that my employer lets me film and get the content out here, but I can't always film the prep. I would like to, but because currently at this time I was the only painter. We've just got a new painter started, but because I was the only guy, you're always asked the questions: does this need blending? Can you have a look at this? Can we local it off a swage line or anything like that? So it's not ideal. So I'll show as much prep as I can in the future. You'll see here I'm gone down to an 800 on a hand pad now. I've gone through the 500s on the 800 now. We didn't have any 800 discs, so you just see I'm going to town here by hand. And the process is we've gone from 320, 500, 800, and then 1000, and then we hit it with the clear coat. And you'll just see I'm making sure I get inside every little nook and cranny there. This thing's got to be right. So here we go, here's the lacquer. Yeah, this lacquer's quite strange. U-Pol have made it in a bag. I've never seen lacquer come in a bag, but you'll see that I just pull that pin out, and then that releases the hardener into the clear coat. It was quite watery, so it doesn't require any reducer or anything like that. So I'm just going to give this a real good shake up now. I've got my PPS pot ready. I also give it a shake up in the PPS spot just to ensure that it was. Make sure that all goes in there as well, because, you know, obviously it is in a bag, but you want to make sure you're getting all of the hardener just to make sure it's the right ratio. Pop the gun on the top and we'll get rocking and rolling. And this is where we'll see the final result. Obviously we want to make sure that this headlamp is bang on. And this is the same setup that I always have, 2-bar, 1.2 for the clear. This is applied in light coats, but it dries real quick. I think because the viscosity is so thin. So just giving it a good blow and tack, of course. Making sure that this is good to go. Yeah, just adjusting my gun there, I'd left it wide open. Which some guys like, I don't, I have to tune it in. I'll dial it in 2.5 turns out from fully tightened. And here we go, this is where we see if we've managed to achieve a £2,000 headlight repair for £29. You can see as well, I'm just working in very, very light coats just to get this on. These as well, just make sure you've got all your edges. Obviously I've masked up the inner part of the light. Done that off camera before I started the video, to be honest. But you obviously want to make sure you're not getting any clear coat in the sort of the electrical areas where it gets plugged back into the car. So that was the first coat, and I shut the camera off, but I really didn't need to there because this does dry quite quick. It's such a thin film build that goes on there. It's not like the normal clear that we use, which is a 3-to-1, so it would, you know, is quite thick and would need some time, but this goes off quite quickly. I don't have the booth at any sort of special temperature. It's 22 degrees, which it should be at all times. For spraying anyway, on spray mode. Your flash off and your bake cycles will be different temperatures, but you can see I was just looking closely there to check the scratch, and this thing's coming up lovely, so I'm just going to carry on building up the coats to ensure it has the full UV protection that it came with from the factory. I hope this video was interesting, and I hope you guys watch the repair on the car for this headlamp, which is also an interesting video, shall we say. We had a colour issue and I'm showing you how I solved that. So here's a quick view of the lamp when it's finished with a clear coat. Needless to say, I'm really happy with how it came out, and if I give you any value watching these videos, please consider liking and subscribing, as this will help the YouTube algorithm. Thanks very much.